British Prime Minister has been facing his weekly questions in Parliament, and once again the session was dominated by the ongoing row over parties at Downing Street. Boris Johnson is facing a growing revolt from his own MPs as well as the opposition to resign over the affair. Let's take a listen now to some of what was said.
The latest sorry excuse is really the most pathetic of them all. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. Nobody told the Prime Minister he was breaking his own rules. Absolutely pathetic. The Prime Minister, you know, what a look. The Prime Minister laughing once again, laughing at the British public.
Well, let's hear the thoughts now of Sir Roger Gale. He's a veteran Conservative MP who will be celebrating 40 years in Parliament next year. Well, thanks for taking time to speak to us here on the programme. Are you convinced by the Prime Minister? Do you think he's telling the truth?
I think he's being very economical with the truth, to say the least. He's trying to suggest that a party that he attended was a works meeting. Patently, if you have drink, and if you have food, and if you have people letting their hair down, that's a party, not a works meeting. And he said to the House of Commons that he hadn't attended, or there weren't any parties in Downing Street. So he misled the House, and that's one of the reasons why he has to go.
Not to mention the DJ, of course, where you're one of a growing number of MPs, it seems, who've written to the 1922, that backbench committee, trying to get 54 other letters there which will force a vote of confidence. Why do you think he should do that now? Resign?
I don't think he will resign, which is why I think that the letters will have to go in and there will have to be a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. I put my letter in, just for the record, a year ago, after Dominic Cummings went to Barnard Castle and the Prime Minister declined to dispense with his services, because I thought that was a gross error of judgment. And unfortunately, this Prime Minister has committed a number of errors of judgment. He's also done some things very well, to give him his credit, where it's due. But on balance, probity and ethics and honesty matter in a British Prime Minister.
As you mentioned his defenders there, and some of them within his own cabinet are saying we should look at his record. The growth of the UK is good, how he's handled the pandemic, the large number of vaccinations which have been carried out. Do you not feel that that could be, should go in his favour at all?
Absolutely. I mean, I give him credit where credit is due. And this Prime Minister and his government have achieved a considerable amount. We undoubtedly had a world-beating vaccination program that has saved thousands of lives. But unfortunately, this Prime Minister is also deeply flawed. Like Tony Blair, like Donald Trump, he has a tendency to believe that because he said something, it's true, when patently it isn't. And I'm afraid that's not acceptable nationally or indeed internationally. And at the moment, of course, we are facing some very serious international issues as well as national ones.
Well, at that time, we'll invite you back on the show. But for now, Sir Roger Gale, a Conservative MP, thanks very much for your time.